back in the day, I wouldn't have even contemplated being in another band, you know. I wouldn't have entertained anyone else being in another band, you know what I mean? That was my mentality, and old school mentality. These days, people are in, I mean, I know people are in 4 or 5 bands. I mean, how the hell they can spread themselves that thin, I don't know. And how, you know, but I wouldn't have tolerated that. But it's different now. And also, Maiden is not doing as much as we were doing then. I wouldn't have even had time. Maiden was album tour, album tour, album tour. There wouldn't have been any time. These days, Maiden takes block periods of time off. You know, and in my opinion, maybe too much time off. You know, so I get bored because I've got loads of things to do. It's not enough hours in the day as far as I'm concerned. But I want to play live. I want to play. So basically, getting out with Maiden for 3 months, like I say now, it's not enough for me. So people go, "You're mad, aren't you? Going straight from Maiden into another tour." But the logistical, you know, you've got to think of that as well, because, you know, we've got a crew of the same people and they're all going to want to go off on holiday and this, that and the other as well as I do too. And to keep them together and just coach, it's easier to just carry on, go straight out, carry on, rather than have a break for a few weeks and then go out again. Doesn't make any sense. So you do it and then I'll have the break. The only reason I'll be nervous is if we feel we're not rehearsed enough, and that might be the case for me, because although the rest of the guys will be rehearsing without me, which is they tend to do because there's not time, I'll be literally doing New York on the 22nd. I'll fly back on the 23rd, I'll get back on the 24th, I rehearse on the 25th and 26th, and then we do the first gig on the 27th, which is in Colchester. And which is our own gig, but then we've got the festivals after that. So, and the other thing is, it's things that are out of your control. You're playing a festival, we're further down the bill, we don't have the clout like Maiden have when you know what I mean? So there could be a few things that are not plugged in properly, and things are there to go wrong, like they do when you're further down the bill. And I remember all that very well, of course. So as you're building up your trade and building up your level of echelon levels of up the festival, hopefully. It's great because the album did well, did really well actually. You know, in some countries it did great. And so the band is not starting from the very bottom, so you know, we're not opening, you know, the first one. There's a couple of things that I don't even know where we're on the bill, I haven't really looked properly, but it is what it is, whatever it is, it is. And I'm hoping that people are going to come in and watch us and give us a chance. That's all we want, is people to come in. And I feel myself repeating myself from years ago when I said the same things with Maiden. It's bums on seats, that's what I call it. So you get people in, then you prove yourself. And how I like you here, they don't. But if you get them in the first place, that's all you can ask for. Is what it is. And festivals do that, so that's why you do them. It's, you know, I mean, it's nice that they go. I mean, we won't be playing as long, and that, you know. And that was another thing, was like, well, should we do them, or not? Because when we only play, we can do a tour sort of once a year or something for a few weeks. And, you know, we play for an hour 25, something like that. And you do a festival, we'd probably only get 45 minutes if you're lucky. So you've got to look at that as well and think, you know, do we want to be doing that? But yeah, we do, because the compromise is that we're going to play with a lot more people, and then hopefully we'll like a few people in through our, pull a few people in, so we go back again and somewhere else and we'll get more people. So you're trying to build a band and it takes time.